The hollow oak stood like a silent guardian in the middle of our backyard. It was ancient, older than the house, older than the neighborhood. Its twisted branches stretched wide, casting long shadows that touched every corner of our yard. And for 8 years, Gus, our massive, shaggy golden retriever, treated it like his throne. He was always there, barking at squirrels, rolling in the dirt, or sleeping with his tail thumping lazily against its roots. Gus had always been a force of nature, loud, joyful, almost too energetic for his own good. He was the kind of dog who filled the house with warmth just by being in it. One day the thunderstorm happened. It wasn't a normal storm. The wind screamed like a living thing, rattling the windows and shaking the trees. Rain slammed against the roof so hard it felt like the sky was falling. Gus had always been terrified of thunder, but that night his fear was different. His fear was wild, frantic. Before we could calm him, he bolted into the yard and vanished into the storm, chasing something only he seemed to hear. We searched for him for months, a long, agonizing year of empty spaces. His bowl is untouched, his bed gathering dust, his toys lying forgotten where he left them. Ben, our son, kept asking if Gus would ever come home. Sarah cried silently whenever she passed the hollow oak. Eventually, heartbreak turned into acceptance. Everyone except that Gus was gone. Then, one rainy October afternoon, someone or something stood at our back door. When we checked, it was Gus, but not the Gus we remembered. He was thinner, his golden coat filthy and tangled. His fur was matted with mud and something darker. He smelled faintly of smoke, like he'd spent nights beside a fire deep in the woods. But the notch on his left ear, the brown spot near his nose, they were unmistakable. Sarah and Ben broke into tears, hugging him so tightly that he nearly fell over. Gus licked their hands with slow, weak movements and collapsed in his usual spot by the fireplace. We thought the nightmare was over, but unknown to us, it was just beginning. It started with his eyes. Gus's eyes used to be bright and full of life. Now they were empty, flat, glassy, like river stones pulled from cold water. He would never look at us directly. If I tried to meet his eyes, he would turn his head slightly. Then came the silence. Gus used to bark at everything he saw. He barks at the mailman, shadows, squirrels, falling leaves. Now he didn't make a single sound. Not a bark, not a whine, not even the thud of his paws on the floor. He moved like he was weightless, drifting from room to room without disturbing a single thing. Ben was the first one who saw just how wrong things had become. One evening, he was doing homework on the living room floor while Gus lay stretched beside him. Ben dropped his pencil, and it rolled under the couch. As he reached into the darkness to grab it, a strange sound came from Gus, a wet, clicking noise like teeth lightly tapping together. Ben looked up and froze. Gus was no longer lying beside him. He was crouched beside Ben's head, staring under the couch with an intense, unwavering focus. His mouth hung slightly open, teeth tapping gently, rhythmically, as if he was waiting for something under the couch to move. I pulled Ben away and demanded to know what happened. Ben only whispered. He opened his mouth. After that, the fear settled into the house like a sickness. The breaking point came during dinner. We were all at the table, trying to pretend things were normal. Gus was under the table, silent as ever. Sarah tried to coax a reaction from him, desperate to see even a flicker of the old him. So she dropped a large piece of steak right next to him. Gus didn't move. A golden retriever ignoring steak was impossible. I leaned down slowly. Gus, look. Good boy. His head snapped up so fast it didn't look natural. His dead eyes locked onto the steak. Then his lips peeled back, not in a snarl, but in a strange way. His teeth began clicking again, and this time it was faster and sharper. And then it spoke. Not a bark, not a growl. He spoke a word, a deep, rumbling voice from inside the thing wearing my dog's body. The steak remained untouched. Gus slowly stood up and stared at the front door, as if waiting for something or someone to arrive. That night, we barricaded ourselves in the master bedroom, pushing the dresser against the door. Through the silence, we heard the soft click of those teeth outside the room, pacing, circling, waiting. By morning, Gus was gone. The front door was wide open. The air was thick with the smell of wet earth and smoke, and we saw a path that led to the woods. That's when I understood. Gus didn't come home. Something else came back wearing his skin. Something that lived under the hollow oak. Something dangerous. Or what did you think happened to Gus?